Sarah Seether. I'm a local runner in Pickerington, and my running journey started in 2009. I was trying to impress a girl, and it must have worked because she is my wife now, and we've been together for about 13 years. I have a past history of drug and alcohol abuse, and it all really started after my mom passed away in 2005. I had about a year and a half of really struggling through drug addiction, and I was able to finally work my way through that in 2006. She continues to inspire me to lead with kindness, to lead with love, with empathy, to support your neighbors, support people who are in need. And that's kind of how I live my life, to try to honor her care and concern for people and morph that into my own life to take care of folks who need it. So definitely do my best to give back. So my wife and I started working together in 2008, and she said, hey, why don't we go do a 5K together? I said, there's absolutely no way I could do a 5K. Absolutely not. So we did. I ran my first 5K with her in 2009. She then egged me on and said, hey, let's do a 10K. And I said, there's no way possible I will ever get through that distance. That's way too far. So we did that. And then she also suggested we try a half marathon. Half marathon at the time just seemed so insane to me. 13.1 miles. There's no way I would be able to get through it. We trained for months together, did the Cap City half marathon in 2010, and from that point on, I was hooked. I was like, this is something that could really positively impact my life. So I signed up for the Columbus Marathon, the half marathon in 2014, and upon registration, there was a little box that said you could become a Children's Champions fundraiser, and I thought, well, why not? If I'm doing this race, I might as well try to do something for my community. And I was able to raise about $1,400 that first year. My best half marathon pace ever. It was fantastic, and a friend of mine challenged me the following year to do the full marathon. I thought a half was insane. 26.2 was doubly insane. So I agreed to do it because why not? It was a physical challenge, and I also thought, well, if I'm doubling my mileage from 2014 to 2015, maybe I can double the amount that I fundraised as well. So I set a goal, and in that moment, in that year, I realized I could morph this running into a community give back and also recognize and honor my mother by donating to Children's Hospital, because she was a neonatal intensive care unit nurse before she passed away. So doubled my fundraising goal. I was able to raise over $3,000, and now this year I'm going to be entering my 9th Columbus Marathon, and I've raised over $41,000 so far cumulatively since 2014. My wife was diagnosed with cancer in 2018, so that was a very challenging year. And was trying to be her caregiver and take care of the dogs and the house and everything else. Excuse me, I still trained for the Columbus Half Marathon, but I also turned to overconsumption, not just in beer, wine, whatever, but also processed food, things that weren't healthy. And so while I was training for the half marathon that year, I actually put on like 30 pounds. It was insane. So as we thankfully got her through treatment and she's on the mend and doing much better, we researched on our own end what could have potentially led to her breast cancer. Do we know for certain? Absolutely not. But we did look it up just to see what we could find of things that we could change in our environment to help prevent recurrence. And so plant-based diet was one thing that we went with. So we went in 2019, met with a plant-based nutritionist who was amazing, Diane Casey. Awesome. Helped get us on the path to do that, and then in June of 2020 I quit drinking, and so from 2019 to now I've lost 34 pounds, just I don't want to say without really trying, but running is so much easier for me now. I feel good about it. I can get up in the mornings, I don't have heartburn, and I don't have the physical ailments that I was experiencing before I cleaned up my diet, and so I can just go out there and run for hours at a time, and it's comfortable. It's wonderful. So I think that's I'm also grateful for that. That part of the journey of going plant-based and quitting drinking has really improved my running drastically. Running is probably the only hobby that I have. I work, I have my beautiful wife, beautiful dogs, so for me running is my escape. It's my way of processing life. Whether I had a really good day, a really stressful day, loss of a loved one, whatever the mood is, running is always there for me.